Hi, my name's Brandon, and I live on Ellicott Road in Pomfret, New York. And I wanted to play this video for the town or anyone that's willing to watch it, and maybe help explain to me what's going on here with Fulvio Stampone, both Stampones, Fulvio Sr. and Jr. Now, on this day, in July 28th, 2021, there was a lot of stuff that went on this day. I didn't know the town zoning officer had showed up earlier on in the morning until about a month later. I was going through this DVR footage because I saved everything from this day because this was the first time Fulvio Stampone Jr. laid his hands on me, and also he just berated my wife. The things he said, no man should ever speak to a woman like that. He's no man I know. But this video appears to show Fulvio Stampone Jr. trying to persuade Mr. DeJoe from the town of Pomfret, he's the zoning officer, that the lines I had painted, now let's see, what is 28th? Yeah, so the 27th, I painted these lines, and they're spot on. We had iron pins put in, and actually this line down here, I believe is 2 feet in from my back edge. This line right here on the driveway is 20 feet from my edge. Now there's nothing that states in the town code that this line right here or anything I put there needs to be 2 feet from that border edge on the inner property line where the easement goes. The outer perimeter, yes, 2 feet in is where you put your fence or whatever you're going to do. But no, this top line here, that's my northeasterly boundary, and that I actually painted 2 feet in because it had little markers where we were going to put up a fence, but there's millings in the way, and I tried to get rid of those. The cops got called on me for touching them. So what do I do here? Now, you can see Mr. DeJoe, hey, there's no audio with this. That's why I'm kind of providing some commentary, some backstory. Body language says a lot right here. Fulvio, this is him saying, I own all around him. I have him on audio numerous times saying that to the troopers. And look, he's like, it's me, come on. It's me, look at all this. I got this red barn I live in. It's me. Mr. DeJoe starts off by telling him, hey, listen, guy, what do you want me to say? This is the line. Why don't you use your driveway on Webster Road like freaking everyone thinks you should have? Yet he chooses to use this driveway he only has a right-of-way access to. I don't know. And then he's like, oh, I went all around him. He keeps trying to convince. Now, I give it to Mr. DeJoe here. Initially, he's saying, hey, guy, what do you want me to do here? And it's just, Fulvio is just, it's so obvious what his intent here. I mean, if you look at his demeanor now, it's like, oh, poor me. Oh, look at me. I went all around him, but, oh, poor me. I gotta just, yeah, I need to use his driveway. Now, he's not afraid to, let it be known to everyone that they own all this land. And I have to question, okay, you have all this property, you own all around me. Why must you use my property then? Don't you have enough, Mr. Stampone? Why do you need to go over on mine? And also, why didn't anyone notice when they were looking at this back marker that there's stuff back here? And maybe when the video zooms out a bit, you can see more. Their camp back here is on my next door neighbors down. They're aware of it. I told them, hey, you guys don't want to be in this situation. I want to keep my relationship with my original next door neighbors before the Stampones kind of butted themselves in. I want to keep that civil, and it's a good neighborly relationship. You know how neighbors should be. Another thing about the property lines. Mrs. Koski on, well, I guess I dropped your name. Harmon Hill Road, their property butts up against the Stampones. Yeah, they have had run-ins with these guys about property boundary issues, a hunting blind being stolen, and then replaced by the Stampones hunting blind. Called the DEC to inquire about that incident. Now that is 3 property owners that butt up against the Stampones here that have had some overstep. Now, my next door neighbors down on Ellicott here, I'm keeping them in the loop, but I told them, hey, and they even said, there's a reason we keep that woods there. It's a buffer. I understand that, but I also understand adverse possession. And unfortunately, the Stampones, they squat there for like another year or two. They could have the ability to get this portion titled to them. Now, okay, now that it's zoomed out a little bit, yeah, you can see this is way over. This is a property market. You just draw a line. I don't have a tool right now to draw a line, but trust me, it's over. It's not close. It's probably 15 feet over. Now, yeah, his little kid comes out or whatever, but right now this doesn't look staged to me, but give it a minute, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, I don't know what's going on here. All I know is why on February 22nd did the town come up this driveway to the shop, which was not plowed at all. I could get up it with my Jeep. Mr. D. Joe got up it in his truck in four-wheel drive. He was spinning, throwing snow all over the place. But no, he made a visit, and then he pulled in my house driveway and looked at my black BMW that's this high off the ground. That wasn't going anywhere. And he proceeded to take down the license plate. Okay. And then I was shortly thereafter served a violation. I couldn't get the car in my shop. And then when I did on March 5th, March 6th, the cops were here because I drove up that driveway in my little BMW and the tires spun. But hey, I had to get it up the driveway now, didn't I? So what do I do here? Can the town please help me with the situation and answer a couple questions I have here? Because this starts to not look so good for you in a minute. And I think there needs to be some explanation as to what's going on here. Like I said, I respect Mr. Dijon. He seems like a genuinely good person. And it's nice to see, after living next to these guys for a couple years. But look at Fu over. He's just, it's poor me. And then he gives me death threats when no one's looking. And then I'm always the one that's being called on with these, the Stampones are trying to impose all this regulation on me, to tighten up, this regulation to put a hold on me is a form of harassment. It's harassment. Let's be honest. This is harassment, and it needs to stop. And the town is, unfortunately, they're facilitating in that. Now, what is this? Now, is this an offering here? A sacrificial animal of sorts? Look, who's going to feed it to his dog? What is going on here? This is a little weird to me. This looks like more than just a business, visit. What is this? And why the need? And then even last week, I got served another notice for the cars. My Camry, by the way, is probably the one that did it. It's not inspected right now. I had it in the shop for 2 weeks. The guy didn't get to it. He's older. He's a good mechanic, but I think he kind of forgot about it. I know what's wrong. I have the part ordered. It's sitting in the car. We had some snow, so I didn't get to it. But no, I've been making an attempt to work on it. But it's also hard to get out there and work when you got these guys constantly threatening me and doing what they do. They're calling the town and whatnot to get these, violations, put up against me and for me to correct them. But then when I go outside to, correct any issues there may be, I get borderline physically assaulted. Last week or the other week, if I would have stepped on to my driveway when he was giving me death threats, yeah, I would have been assaulted, maybe even killed. This guy wants to kill me. You'll see it in the other video. That's the true Fulvio Stampone. This guy, he's a con artist. You guys are being conned. Now that you're aware of it, please do something about it. what else can I say about this? It's getting to be the end here. They part ways, and yeah, you'll see in a second. I'm going to speed this up for just a minute here. Yeah, I wish I had the audio to see what they're saying, but like I said, the body language, it says a lot. All right, I'm going to go a little faster because, yeah, Mr. Joe, he proceeds to back up, but then he stops. All right. Now, keep in mind, about almost a minute goes by. He's just sitting here. Don't want to bore you with just waiting for him to get out of his truck here, so let me speed this up. All right, he gets out. I think, yeah, here comes Fu 2 running back. Now, they exchanged something here. Now, I think it's just Fu 2 taking a picture of something on Mr. DeJoe's phone, it looks like. What? I don't know. But, hey, another question for you. What was that? What was exchanged there? But as you'll see in time, what's actually going on here. But I think that exchange there needs to be answered. Because that was a little goofy. Sure, it could have been a phone number. But if it was a phone number, why not just type in the number? It needs to be looked into. So, again, anyone from the town, please look into this.